Hey everyone, it's Uncork with Kate, and I'm here to teach you how this teacher grades wine.
So this is Wine for Teachers, How to Grade Wine. I developed a wine rubric and I have 5 different topics in my wine rubric: taste, nose, cost, availability, and of course the label. That's not super important to how you enjoy your wine, but it is important when we are buying wine. So the first thing we think about with taste is obviously it's the most important. Is it a highly acidic wine? Is it a thick or heavy body? Do the tannins take the water out of your mouth? Flavors and sweetness. For that, we give it a total of 40 points. The nose is very important. You're going to smell your wine before you taste it. So what kind of smells come with it? There can even be wine faults, things that aren't good. But with that, I want to continue with how it looks as well. What is it? What's the tint, the hue, the legs dripping down in sediment? 20 points for the nose. Cost is very important to all of us. Too high, of course, we won't buy the wine, but if it's too low, you're sacrificing quality as well. So when thinking about the cost, I give it 20 points. Availability is important too. If you can't get the wine, then it can't get a great grade. Is it available in national stores? Can you get it in your local restaurant, or do you have to go to the winery or even order it on the internet? For that, 10 points. Label. Although the label isn't important to how we taste our wine, it's got to catch your eye. It's got to make a statement. Does it even give you hints about the wine? The label will cost it 10 points. So there you have it with the wine rubric. When we put it all together, it's a total of 100 points. Obviously, 100 would be an A+ wine, but how does it break down as you lose points? Going down, an A would need at least a 90, B needs at least an 80, C would be 70, and of course that's still acceptable. D, you might not want to spend so much money on that kind of wine with 60, or below that is an F. Don't waste your money on that wine.
Okay, starting my rubric from the bottom, since the label's the first thing you see when you're in a store or searching online for wine. So the other night I was out with my husband, we were looking for a red blend, and we went to the red blend section at our local ABC Liquor, and we saw this wine. How cute is that label? It is one of those pinup girls from back in World War II times that was attributing to Come Home Safe Boys, and it's just so fun. It screams fun for anyone. The title or the name of the wine is Playtime. This is a red blend from Lake County, California, which is just north of Napa. Shout out to my friend Nicole, who lived there for a while on a winery. And so yeah, that label, it almost looks like it even has like the guy from Monopoly. I forget what, Mr. Monopoly might be his name, and a little doggy. I mean, come on, how cute is that? So for the label, 10 out of 10 for sure. So moving on up the rubric, availability. It was in my local ABC Liquor store just right in front of me. I looked up online, it is available at Publix. I haven't found it at Publix yet because I haven't actually tried. So for availability, I'd say 9 out of 10. Going on up to cost. Now this was on sale when I bought it. It was under $15 to begin with, and I think it was somewhere right around $12.99. So when thinking about the cost of wine, you don't want it to be too high, obviously. I'm not going to be spending $100 on wine. I'm a teacher, come on, let's be real. I don't want to go too cheap either, because I don't want to go and look at something that's going to maybe have additives in it or a very short shelf life, anything like that. So I try and stay around $10 a bottle for me if I'm just drinking on a Friday night, or if I'm taking a bottle to somebody else's house, or if I'm giving a gift, minimum $15. So in that case, I would definitely say cost, definitely affordable, being under the $15 mark, and at $12 for being on sale, not so bad. So I would say let's do 18 out of 20 for that. Okay, moving on up, nose. First, when you open your bottle, you're gonna smell the aromas. And I don't like sweet wines, and this one almost smells sweet. Very fruity. I'm getting black cherries, mild hint of oak, which is good because I'm not a huge oak fan, so I certainly don't want a lot of oak, but that's typical of red blends too, having a little bit of oak but not too much. Smells pretty good. Looking at it, it has some pretty thick legs. Legs are what it looks like when the drips come down the glass, and the thicker the legs, the more sugar, the more alcohol in it. So it's always nice to just check and see the legs. Now, my glass is a little bit frosted because the wine is a little bit colder than you might normally drink it. I like my red wines cold. But the hue, very dark, very deep, no sediment, no hint of paleness, just right around the outside. Maybe it gets a little bit pale, but it's definitely a dark purple, which is nice. So let's get to the best part. Oh, wait, I should give it a grade, right? Out of 20 points for the nose, I give it a 17. It's not the best smelling wine that I've smelled or had the pleasure of smelling, but I'd say 17, maybe 18, but let's go with 17 points out of 20. So here we go, the best part, the tasting, okay? Swirl it around a little bit. Red wine should always be aerated just a little bit at least before you taste it. So let's go and see what we get here. Mild tannins, very mild tannins, which is good. I don't like a lot of tannins, but when I'm drinking a red wine, I want some. Definitely black cherry, darker fruits, very little oak, which is good for me. It almost feels higher in alcohol. No bite whatsoever. Easy drinking. I could see drinking this happy hour on a Friday afternoon with the girls, or at a work event when you want to enjoy something but you don't want something heavy. It's a very light body. Yeah, I would definitely drink this again. It's enjoyable. Final grade for the tasting out of 40 points, I'd go 34. It's not the best wine I've ever had. It's easy. It doesn't taste anything negative about it. It's light, fruity, not sweet. I would like a little bit more tannin. I'm feeling it in the back of my throat now, so there is a little bit of length to the wine. But yeah, there you have it. 34 for taste.
Once you put the rubric back together with all the scores, get a total of 88 points.
Solid B, high B range, even B plus range. So next time you're out and about, go check out Playtime if you want a B plus wine. If you want to feel confident in giving a gift that people will most likely like and enjoy, I would definitely go with this for a gift. Going to a housewarming, going to somebody's house for a party, absolutely. So I'd like to hear what other wines do you want me to grade. I'm going to give some grades to a bunch of different wines, and let me know if you've tried it. What would you give it as a grade? Try my new rubric.